Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is PsychoGold, this is PsychoGold Videos, and today we're going to be checking out Gridman Episode 4. Now I'm behind on Gridman. This was actually, for me at the time of recording, this episode came out last week. My plan is to watch Episode 4 and then immediately watch Episode 5, and I'll have a nice little double feature. The only reason I didn't watch it last week is because I was actually not here. I was at Comic-Con. When I came back, I had Goblin Slayer to watch, and then I immediately watched That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, so I basically decided that I was going to skip Gridman, because by the time I could actually get to Gridman, it was going to be like middle of, end of the week, and I just thought, I'm going to finish one Gridman, and then there's going to be another Gridman right around the corner. Why don't I just do them both together? So that's what I'm going to do. Now, last time we kind of had the reveal of the extra members of the Gridman team, so to speak, so I'm very interested to see where it goes next. So without further ado, let's just jump in and find out. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, we're back with this chick. Getting annoyed about the fact that Gridman keeps turning up. Oh! That's more than a clue. Oh yeah, she has got a feeling that he's Gridman, but doesn't know how to be sure. Yeah, I love how, like, different she is when she's out and about and not with the monster in her computer. Why did she look so confused? Oh, is it because she didn't sit with her and the whole bus is empty? So she was expecting for them to just keep chatting. Oh, okay, so she was going to try and investigate Yuta through her. Was this like going to be a Rika-centric episode? I was going to say, what's Arcadia? She's so out of the loop with everything. Well, who's going to be the fourth? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, who are you fighting? What? The reflection of her eyes in her eyes was like, you're demonic, you're demonic, you're demonic. Gridman just appears out of nowhere. What the? Oh, because of a cane, yeah. No, I never said that. No, for God's sake. Gridman's trying to give him advice. That's definitely not the right advice, Gridman. They both just said they're not sure they can handle it. And then they were like, let's go anyway. Oh God, they're there as well. They brought... How? Okay. Oh, okay, so she's back to asking him about Yuta again. Oh, okay, so they've made a little messaging group. Oh, he touched her. Oh, it's an alien. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, she didn't like having physical contact. She's gone like a missile. The lift won't go any faster. Well, there you go. Arcane's left, so he's okay. Yeah, he's not going to care anymore. Yeah, but what about Riku? Great friends. Great friends. Oh! It's him! The failure. Yes, yes you do. Just admit it and move on. But the fact that he has memory loss, I'm glad one of the others has finally, like, have this conversation. It's truly vexing watching you, but it's not bad. Okay. Oh. Okay. So what has she created this time? This isn't the same as what she's made before. I was gonna say, memory change. Yep. But why did they only... Whatever it was that happened, why did it only take 3 of them? I like the way Gridman is like permanently in the computer now, just staring off into space. Oh! Gridman doesn't have his memories either. Oh, okay, well that's a new development. And that kind of changes my opinion on the show. That's not exactly why I came, but don't worry about it. You're not going to have to worry for much longer. Run, damn it! Oh! That was a big mouth. Okay. I thought she'd made like a small creature, but that thing ain't small. How did that sneak around without Gridman's... Oh! Caliber! I thought you'd followed him, or her. It's time to henshin! Oh! He sensed that. So is he gonna come and turn up as well? Oh dear! Pick on someone your own size. What even is it? Oh, okay. That's a really weird design. Oh, karate chop. Oh. Yeah, there he is. Is he going to transform as well? Oh, he is! Okay. So it's 2 versus 1, but... Oh! But they're not going to work together. I thought we were going to get one after the other, and then we'd get all of them together. Oh? What the hell? Yeah, they've glitched. I was gonna say, what? Oh, and he's back. So what, are the monsters gonna take it in turns now? So we're gonna get big Gorilla Gridman again. Okay. So something obviously needs to change with all the hardware that they've got back home. Oh, this is different. Whoa! Now he thinks he's a big giant Kamen Rider. Oh, look at that. That looks so cool. Oh, but here comes the second one. Or not. Yeah, those two seem linked in the same way. Like, whenever Gridman's lights go, his lights go as well. Go for it! Oh, she hasn't registered what you mean. So just say it! You two are truly vexing to watch. They are vexing to watch. I don't think they only appear where you are. Although... Do they? I don't think they do. I'm sure that other one didn't appear where you were. Is it because of you? Well, you're definitely something to do with this. But I have no idea what. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Gridman episode 4. Slightly similar episode to last week and all. Well, this was last week's episode, so slightly similar episode to episode 3, if I'm being completely honest. We got to see, obviously, the fact that Riku and Yuta like each other, which we kind of really worked out anyway. It was interesting to see her actually hang out with her friends, and they try to hang out with these, like, YouTubers. And then, obviously, Akane gets involved because she wants information to try and figure out whether Yuta is Gridman. And it doesn't really work because there's no real way she can, like, ask that question without coming off as weird or obviously knowing more than she actually does. And then she gets freaked out when one of them touches her Like, she leaves and then she says this sucks, so I don't know if there's something more going on there than just simply she doesn't like it, because then she made a monster specifically so that it would kill all the other 4. And somehow she made it so that Gridman couldn't sense it, which we didn't really get an answer to. And that is starting to annoy me a little bit in this show, is there's a lot of questions that we're just not getting answers to, and they're just kind of glazed over it. Like, I'm beginning to wonder if we're going to get answers to any of these questions. Same as the fact that they've now just turned around and been like, oh yeah, Gridman has amnesia, and I'm like, it's 4 episodes in. You'd think that would be something that would have been mentioned right at the beginning, since Yuta has amnesia. They, like, Gridman seemed to know, like, what he was talking about, but they never actually seemed to sit down and have conversations about who is who, what is what, where did they come from. And if Gridman has amnesia, how does he know who the other 4 were or where they came from? Do the other 4 have amnesia? You know, it's like, okay, these questions are beginning to outnumber my ability to just enjoy the show. You need to start world building and giving me answers to these questions, or you're going to lose me. Like, the new 4 people that turned up just being able to use the access code for the junk, but why was the junk there in the shop? Like, they seem to know more, but they don't seem to just be telling Gridman and Yuta, or maybe they've got amnesia as well. Maybe they'll reveal that in 4 episodes' time. Who knows? And again, we've just had that moment at the end where Rika's like, am I the reason why these monsters are appearing? And it's like, maybe. Who knows? Because nobody seems to actually know. Like, I'm not even convinced that Arcane is real. Like, with some of the stuff that was said on the bus, I can't help but wonder if she's either possessed or if she's actually, like, not the real Arcane. Maybe she is and something's just snapped inside of her mentally, but she seems to have 2 distinct personalities, like how she used to be, where she's like the cutesy cute girl, and then she has how she actually is, which is obviously the person that's creating all these monsters, wrecking the town, killing people, and then everything's resetting and no one's none the wiser, which is still a terrifying thought. And with all of that said, the fight sequences in this episode weren't that great. I mean, they were at first. Like, they were just as entertaining as they've always been, but the fact that they then brought back Matey from the last episode and had him come on in this 3-way free-for-all, where it kind of didn't really go anywhere, and obviously they summoned all of the other accessories that Gridman can have, and it just basically hung the system. Doing a hard reset by unplugging it, I was a bit kind of like, you don't really know how that junk works, and it kind of annoys me that they're not really doing anything with junk. Like, it's really struggling to cope with all of these extra people, yet you've got 4 people there who we know from prior episodes Caliber can at least like fix junk. So why aren't they having discussions about how to improve it? Why aren't they actively doing more outside of fighting these monsters to actually try and help the city? Why haven't we got a bit more investigation into why they can see these giant monsters hanging around the city? Do the other 4 have the answer to these questions? Does maybe Gridman know the answer to these questions? Have they asked them and the answer is they don't know either, so we're just not seeing that? I don't know, but I'm kind of getting annoyed with the fact that we still don't know. Plus the fact that after seeing that there, you know, the other 2 that we haven't seen, who's not a sword and a giant truck, we then ended up just getting the giant truck anyway. Now, admittedly, we did see a different attack that did look really cool. But I also want to know why Gridman and the other guy seem to only be able to stay in their giant forms for so long, and then there's the flashing of lights, and then it's like game over. And then I still don't understand how after that everything just resets like it's a video game. Like, it's almost like what's happening isn't happening in the real world, but then it is happening in the real world, because in the real world we see the consequences, and we saw that in the episode where families think that their son and daughter died years ago in an accident, or in something happened in the past, and it's like, well, no, we went to school with them yesterday. So again, this whole episode, I was kind of like, I enjoyed it, but I'm like, if episode 5 doesn't at least hint that we're going to start getting some answers to some questions, I'm struggling now to suspend my disbelief. It's like, no one is this dense. You guys need to start searching for answers, not just taking things as they are. And that's kind of what annoys me the most. I don't mind not having the answers, but I think the way the characters are dealing with the situations, in my opinion, they're not particularly realistic at the moment. And if I was one of them, I would just be pulling my hair out trying to work out what's going on. And they just don't seem to care. They're like, ah, whatever, and just carry on with their lives. And I'm like, no! Maybe one of you would be like that, but you all seem to be like that, and I don't get it. Even Gridman. Why isn't Gridman more annoyed about the fact that he can't remember stuff? He was like so passive about it. It's like, well, I actually can't remember anything either, but I have my mission, so that's good enough for me. Why? Why is it good enough for you? I've never once ever seen anyone represented with amnesia be happy and content with the fact that they can't remember stuff. It drives them mad most of the time. It would drive me mad. Other than all of that, I did actually enjoy the episode. Like I say, I'm hoping that episode 5 will give us a little bit more than what episode 4 has given us. And I like the little conversation between Yuta and the big dude, whose name I have no idea what it is, about the fact that he likes the girl. And, you know, he tried to ask her out for something to eat and it just went straight over her head. But in fairness, he should have just clarified and said, I just mean the two of us, but he didn't. So, whatever. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this week's episode... Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed episode 4, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up and drop comments down below letting me know what you thought of this particular episode. Episode 5 should hopefully be following this one at some point. So, if you're new around here, don't forget to click subscribe. If you're a fan of Gridman, I will be continuing Gridman. That's going to be it from me, guys. As always, my name is PsychoGold, and I will see you in my next video. PsychoGold, out.